Now we're going to work with our buttons. So I brought a bunch just to kind of give you an idea. So you're going to do a 2-hole button. See, it's got 2 holes, a 4-hole button, and then a shank button. So it looks like this. It's flat on the top, but then they have the shanks. Okay. And then you can pick whatever colors you want, however you want to do it. So I think for the video, I'm going to show you a 2-hole purple button, 4-hole white button, and then I think I'll use the yellow with the shank. Okay, so it's important if you can. I know I don't have a lot of colors of thread, but try to match the thread to the button rather than the thread to the fabric. Okay, because most of the time it matches the button rather than the fabric. Okay, so if I don't have that, just try your best. So let me start with the 2-hole button. So let's see, I think I'll do the purple one. You should be able to see that better. So I'll take these out of the way. So I have a 2-hole button. Oh, let me show you something that's kind of interesting. Let me get this out of the way. When you look at a button, especially these kind, students have a hard time sometimes knowing the top and the bottom of the button. So if you look here, that's the bottom, that's the top. This one, this is the top. See how it's concave right here? The concave faces up, so that should face up. It's not this way, it's this way. And that's important because when you have to seam rip them off, you'll understand. You'll be like, oh, I can't get under my stitches. Yeah, because your button was upside down. So that's the way it goes. This one, that's the top. This one you kind of can tell because it's kind of got a little pattern there. I don't know if you can tell on the camera too much, but that's the top, that's the bottom. This one especially, look how concave that one is, see? Yeah, so that's the top and that's the bottom. So make sure your buttons are oriented correctly. All right, so purple button, purple thread. So I'm gonna get some thread off of this. Reminder of how to thread your needle again. Cut off the end, pick a needle. Remember, the bigger the hole is not necessarily the best. Sometimes if they're too big, they won't even fit through the hole in the button. Squeeze your fingers, lay the needle over top, push it through the hole. Grab it with your finger, bring that here. Take the needle to your shoulder as your thread unrolls. Cut your thread. Take your 2 pieces, round your finger, make a knot, not too tight because you want it not to go through, and then chop off the end. Okay, we got that. There's my needle, thread it. So I'm going to start from the back. So I'm going to put it through one piece, pull through, knot, and it stops. Take my button, through the hole. Oopsie. My thread came through. Try again. Don't pull so hard. There we go. Put it on there. Hold your button in place. Push through. There we go. Then I'm just going to come up from the back again. Sometimes you have to look where it's coming from, through the hole. So I'm going to go up and down, up and down. Try to do that real fast for you, just so you know it's secure. It's 3 times. That's 4 times. like I need another one. 5 times. Yeah, okay, that feels pretty good. I tug on it, it's pretty secure. I go on the inside here. I go up under my stitches. Push through. Before the loop closes, I'm going to go through it. Pull tight and do it again. There you go. Nice and neat. Cut that off. Perfect. Little tails are fine. There you go. There's a 2-hole. Okay. Now I'm going to do my 4-hole button. So I have to change my thread because I think I'm going to pick the white one. So again, squeeze my fingers, lay it over top, push it through, grab it, take it, put the thread to the spool and the needle to my shoulder. Cut. Wrap it around. Ooh, didn't work. Try again. Okay, there's my knot. Okay, 4-hole. Somewhere close by. Come up through a hole, pull all the way to the knot. Now this is going to be an X pattern. So I'm going diagonal down. Again, it's probably going to be hard to see because I'm using white thread on a white button, but I'm doing an X. I think that was 4. Oops. Do one more. Again, it depends on how heavy the button is, how big it is, and how hard you're pulling on your stitches to know how many you'll have to do so that it's secure. Okay, so there it is. I pull, it's pretty secure. Look on the back. See, it's pretty neat back there. Now I'm going to tie it off. So again, I'm just going to kind of go up under a stitch or two. Go through the loop. Pull tight. Do it again. Under. Through the loop. Pull tight. And snip. Ta-da! Done. We trim those a little bit more. So it should look nice and neat back there, nice and neat on front, and they're secure. Okay, your third button is your shank button. So I think what I'm going to do, I should use the yellow with the yellow, okay, but I think I'm going to Let me use the pink button with white thread because I want you to be able to see it. So I'm not going to thread this needle because I still have some thread left. So let's give this a go. Because this one's a little harder to see, especially on video. Okay, so this shank. So I'm going to come up where I want to place it. I'm going to place it right here. Pull to my knot. Then I'm going to slide the needle through the shank. Okay. And then, watch this. I'm just going to go right next to, you see what I'm doing? I'm going right next to where I came up from to place it. Pull it from the back. That will place my button. Okay? Once I have a place, I put my thumb on the button, flipping it over, and I'm going to work from the back side. You have to feel around to figure which direction your shank is laying, but I figured it out. I feel it. It's right here. So I don't know if you could see this. See? Boop. My needle's going through that way. Go back here. I'm just going to stay here the whole time. So watch. There. And there. Kind of see the shank popping up right there. Stay close. Don't get too far. Stay in that same location, or else your fabric's gonna gather and pucker and look sloppy. How's that? Looks pretty tight. Flip it over, pull on it, see if I can show you in there, see? Okay, so nice and tight. Through my stitches, I think I did about 5 times. 5 seems to be the magic number right now. And then through the loop, pull, under, through the loop, pull. Cut it off. Save your needle, don't lose it. Trim these up a little bit more. There you go. So there you go. That's a completed project. Nice and neat. I don't know if I forgot to trim this side, but there. Well, we want to turn this in neatly. There we are. All done. So this is hemmed. You got your 2-hole, 4-hole, and shank button all done. Good job.